I quit.
Okay, so Drew McIntyre has quit WWE within storyline, right? I want to talk about Monday Night Raw and just some of the highlights. A lot happened on Raw, and I gotta be honest, when I saw the Wyatts show up and they were revealed, I think this was my reaction. Yeah, that was spooky. So I want to talk about just some of the main things that happened on Monday Night Raw that really stuck out to me, guys. My name is Matt. Welcome to Assemble. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's get into it. Drew McIntyre quits WWE, comes out of the ring and just says,
I quit.
and that was it. Like, that was it. Love it. And I love that they followed him backstage. You had Adam Pearce trying to stop him, track him down. You had Triple H back there too. Paul Levesque, he's trying to talk to Drew McIntyre backstage, trying to calm him down. Love that they did that and they followed it. I love they did it this way because it feels more real, feels more authentic, feels more alive. I have to compare it to the days of Vince McMahon, which is unfortunate for everybody. But if this was under Vince and he did a quit angle, someone quits WWE, it would just be, I quit, puts it down, and walks away, and they wouldn't follow up with it in any way. They would just wait till the next week and they would show up all of a sudden and attack like CM Punk. This is excellent because there's a through line and you know that they will do way more with it. This is a great little storytelling device that they can use to get to what is probably going to be Punk versus Drew at SummerSlam. We know that's going to happen, but this is a great way to keep things going, keep the momentum going, keep the intrigue going within this story. Punk screwing Drew out of the title in Scotland was incredible. Like, I love that they did it that way. And you didn't get Punk on TV this week, but you know it's going to happen. And Drew feeling broken down, broken dreams, huh? Out of time. But feeling broken, just can't get it done. He's continuously lost. Punk screwed him out. He's just sitting there like, I quit. There's nothing left for me to do. But what's going to be really cool is how are they going to bring Drew back into all of this, presumably for SummerSlam against CM Punk? What I could totally see happening is Punk comes out next week and basically, or in a couple of weeks, and calls out Drew and just says, get out here, like, don't quit, fight me, because that's the whole thing now. It's a blood feud. So it's just going to be Punk just being like, fight me on this. Or they're going to do it where Drew is just trying to do mind games with Punk and that he's acting like he's quitting and then comes and attacks CM Punk because Punk thinks that maybe Drew isn't even there. So then he gets a sneak attack and he low blows CM Punk and gets back at him. They could do something like that. But regardless, thought it was awesome. It shakes up things going forward. Like, it just adds more to that story overall. The other piece that was kind of interesting on Monday Night Raw, Seth freaking Rollins started off Monday Night Raw. Yeah, he should have started with that. But anyways, Seth comes out, he's got the full suit on, the crowd sings the song, does the whole thing. Wasn't expecting Seth to be coming back, to be honest. I thought Seth would come back at SummerSlam, Survivor Series. I really didn't expect him to come back this quickly. So you had Seth in the ring and he's back. So now he's had his time off and you had Damian Priest come out, confront Seth, talk about how Damian Priest lost to Seth before. And Damian challenges Seth to a match at Money in the Bank, which is in Toronto, which is where Matt's going to be. Very excited.
We live in Toronto, yeah!
Now for Money in the Bank, it's shaping up to be a lot of fun. So we're going to get Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. I didn't think this was going to be the match, really. Like, I was kind of wondering what they were going to do with Damian Priest at Money in the Bank, even if he would have a match at Money in the Bank, and if it would make sense. Now we're going to get Priest versus Seth. Could there be a cash-in involved? And this goes into some of the questions I had. And Finn Balor, he was in a triple threat match and did not win to qualify for Money in the Bank. We'll talk about Money in the Bank in just a second. So we're gonna get Priest versus Seth at Money in the Bank. Is Seth going to win the world title back off of Damian Priest? My guess is no. Something else needs to happen. And if Seth is coming back, I think that they're going to put Seth into a different story. I don't think Seth is going to be in the title hunt. I think he's going to have to do something a little bit different. We've had Seth as world champion for a long time. He's the first one here for the modern era. And I think that you need to do something different with Seth Rollins in terms of his character and what he's doing. He's coming back as Monday Night Rollins and all that stuff, but it's going to be a good showing if something shenanigans-wise happens and it ends up not being Seth Rollins winning the title. Something has to give at Money in the Bank. So that goes into my Money in the Bank situation here. We're going to find out with qualifying matches over every single week on Raw that we're going to get qualifiers for Money in the Bank, who's going to be in the ladder match itself. We already know that we were going to get Jey Uso. He won the triple threat. Finn Balor not moving forward. He was kind of my pick for Money in the Bank, but that might still happen. Chad Gable and Otis backstage, they're going at it. Alpha Academy has left him, and Chad Gable says that he is going to go and win Money in the Bank. So Chad, you got Jey Uso. We'll see what else is going to happen with qualifiers, but it definitely feels like whoever is going to win Money in the Bank, because they'll do qualifiers on SmackDown, they're going after the world title. Like, no one's going after Cody. Cody is in this bloodline thing. That's what Cody's doing. Ain't nobody cashing in on Cody Rhodes. So I'm going to guess right now that whoever wins Money in the Bank is a world title cash in. Now that's where it gets interesting for me. There's a lot happening with the Judgment Day. On Raw, we saw Liv doing her seduction stuff. She's trying to just ride it with Dom every chance she gets. She's doing the high school mind games crap. She's wearing his jacket, and Dom doesn't like that. And the zipper's going down very slowly. Damian Priest catches it, and no one's in. And they got the key card situation with Finn Balor. And Finn says he did take it, but he's clearly just trying to get things going with Liv, and it's all very complicated and very fun. I wonder what they're gonna do. Despite Finn Balor not winning the qualifying match for Money in the Bank, to me doesn't mean that he's necessarily out completely. Finn is still, I'll do a full predictions on Money in the Bank. Finn is still my pick to win, because a lot of the times for WWE, they do a last chance to enter the qualifier or whatever. They'll do all these matches, and then they'll do a final match for the losers, like a loser bracket, and that person ends up getting into Money in the Bank. So my prediction right now is Finn Balor. I still hold out that Finn will get into Money in the Bank despite losing on Raw. I think he'll get into the last chance entry thing for Money in the Bank if they do that, I'm assuming. And then you have Finn win. Finn is my pick to win this thing because I think you get Finn to win Money in the Bank and cash in on Damian Priest. They teased it in the backstage segment between Priest and Finn, saying, like, are you gonna cash in on me? And Finn's like, yeah, I'm gonna cash in. He goes, nah, I'm gonna go for Cody. But you can tell, like, there's all that deception. Finn is not happy with Damian Priest for a long time now. I think it's going to boil over, and I think somehow, some way, Finn Balor gets into Money in the Bank. I think he wins Money in the Bank. Also, Triple H really likes him. Finn just re-signed his contract. Finn wins it at Money in the Bank. And what he does, my bold prediction, is Finn inserts himself and makes it a triple threat between Seth, Damian Priest, and himself. And what you do is you have all of Judgment Day before that happens, before that match starts, you have everyone in Judgment Day start beating down Seth Rollins. It's all chaos. There's a ref bump. Doesn't know what's happening. Seth is getting destroyed. Everyone in Judgment Day is ganging up on him. Finn is out there and then decides with a new referee, I'm cashing in Money in the Bank, and they make it a three-way. And within all of that chaos and everything, it's gonna get set up as a three-way, and then you have all of Judgment Day turn and take out Damian Priest. Seth's taken out in the match. You have the history of Finn and Seth Rollins for the first Universal Championship. Finn winning, but having to vacate the title due to injury. That was actually in Toronto as well, I believe, when they did SummerSlam that year. So there's a callback there. You have Finn turn on Damian Priest, and Finn wins the world title at Money in the Bank. Everyone turns on him, and then up on the ramp, you have Liv Morgan there too. You have Finn Balor and Liv Morgan as champions holding up the belts. It makes Damian Priest a full-fledged babyface. Seth Rollins gets screwed over. He can still chase Finn now if they want to revisit that, because they never really could go anything beyond their first feud together, and give him a proper run with the world title that he never had before. Oh, I love it. It's Matt's fantasy booking, but it probably won't happen. But I could totally see it, and it tells such a great story for the rest of Judgment Day. But anyways, that's Money in the Bank. There's still more that happened on Raw. Two other main, well, three, but the next highlight that for me for Raw was going to be Braun Breaker getting involved in the Intercontinental title match. He's getting in there. Sheamus is involved. Ludwig Kaiser is in there. Things are shaping up for the IC title. Looks like we're going to get Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. I love that. I want Braun to destroy Sami Zayn. I like Sami, but I want him to destroy him and get the IC title. Just put it on Braun and let him run with it for a couple of months. It would be really cool to see, because Sami always overcomes the odds, things like that. Like, that's his underdog story. I think you need to have the more confident Sami Zayn and have him going up against Braun Breaker, who is just like a destroyer, and have Braun really decimate him like Brock Lesnar would to his opponents. Kind of surprising, almost like a John Cena, Brock Lesnar style match, where Braun comes in and just destroy Sami Zayn in shocking fashion, leaving him a bloody mess, and Braun becomes Intercontinental Champion. I like they're doing this. The involvement of Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser in there. We'll see what happens there. More of Ludwig versus Sheamus, I think would be a cool thing. Try to elevate Ludwig Kaiser because they're giving him a solo push right now. I'll be interested to see where they go with that. The other big highlight for me was going to be Otis pushing Chad Gable down in the ring and then walking out. Big pop. People loved it. Backstage later on, they walked out on Chad Gable, like I said. Big pop for that as well. They left him. I don't think this is over by any means. I just wonder if they're trying to do just more and more, because I thought that they would have Otis punch him, slam Chad Gable, and that's what we would get. We got a shove. So we didn't get the full out fight. And I think that they're going to build to that, honestly, to SummerSlam. I think that's what they need to do. So it's going to be the moment when Otis finally goes crazy, because you could see how much anger he had, how much power he had when he shoved Chad Gable to the floor. So I really want to see this match. I think that they're still building to it. I wish that Otis just like slammed him, but I think that's what WWE wants. They're just keep building and keep teasing it. And the last thing for highlights for Raw for me was going to be the Wyatt Sick6. Tremendous segment. Jey Uso ends Monday Night Raw by winning the qualifier match for Money in the Bank. The lights go down. We hear Bray's piano music theme. And then you have Nikki Cross coming out. All the characters are revealed backstage. Everyone is destroyed. Bloody mess for everybody. Huge chaos. And if you guys want to talk more about the Wyatt Sick6, everything that went down in detail, click this video right here, because I go in depth just talking Wyatt Sick6, everything you need to know. I absolutely love it. Have a great day. If you guys enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. Have a great day. See ya.